Hello, scrappers! Tonight I'm going to be scrapping this. When I bought the house, this was in work, in use, in service in my stairway. And the bulb burned out. When I went to change it, this thing broke off inside of the housing. Look at that, this was in service. Look how crusty that is. The previous owner of this house was an electrician too. Isn't that crazy? This wasn't even screwed into nothing. When I went to undo the bulb, the whole thing just broke out. I put a brand new fixture in it. Everything's good now. But I can't believe that this vintage thing was still in service. That's all loose. First I'll start by trying to get the copper and brass out of this. Looks like those screws will just come out. I absolutely hate flatheads. I would love to have a time machine, go back in time and grab the inventor of the flathead and bring him into the future. Ugh. I don't even know what that is. That doesn't stick to it. I would love to grab the man who invented the flathead and bring him into the future and say, look what you did. Look at this crap. How could you do this to us? One last one to go. We got some porcelain. Garbage. What do we got here? So the screws stick to the magnet. Some of the screws stick to the magnet. Turn on the scale, even though there's probably nothing here to weigh. Put it on ounces. Got some little screws for the tin bucket. Looks like copper. I think that's copper. No, it's not soft enough to be copper. That's brass. And all this is brass. And now this guy. We got glass, so you're going to want to start with the gloves. Now I have popped these apart before without breaking the bulb. I don't even know why we invented these and why we mass produced them. They're supposed to last a certain amount of years, and they never do. There we go. I did it without breaking the bulb. You know, what do you do with this? How do you dispose of this? I guess you just throw it away. What have we here? We got some transistors. This is aluminum. Oh yeah, that's aluminum. Little tiny piece of number 2 insulated. Some aluminum. I recognize that little guy. You cut the cap off. And these are always full of copper. I usually try to save the ferrite for the circuit board, but it came off. So it'll make the circuit board a little heavier. We got some number 2 copper. There's still some more in there. We have a little transistor here. Got a little plate in there. That little plate is copper. These can go right in your number 2 copper bucket. Oh yeah, that was soft. That's copper. Right in your number 2 copper bucket. And there is copper here, but it's kind of a pain in the butt to get it out. I usually don't bother trying to take the copper out of them. Oh, not so bad on this one. Look at that. Not too bad. Usually they got bands of tape around them. I'll have to try cutting them out more often. Another transistor. It's weird, these things are kind of like snowflakes. It's like everyone's different. And this really isn't too much copper to worth bothering with. Came this far, might as well, right? So another little piece of number 2 copper. These little bits here. Times are tough now. So this is... So we got an 1.5 ounces of scrap. Let's see how much brass we got. This has the best chance of registering. 1/2 ounce of brass. Let's see if this copper weighs anything. Not really. So we got a little tiny piece of number 2 insulated. We got some tin for the screw bucket. That looks like brass in there. Definitely aluminum, how easy it bends. Some aluminum. We got some copper bearing circuit board. And we got some number 2 copper. It's not too bad, a few minutes worth of work. Make a buck or two. Make some change. So just remember guys, scrap is everywhere. All you gotta do is find it, sort it, and hoard it. So thanks for watching, and don't forget to subscribe.